Hello, we are talking about staying on plan tonight. So it's Halloween. I have done it both ways on plan. I have stayed fully on plan and I have gone off plan. And the I've been on plan for almost 10 years with THM. It'll be 10 years in like a month. So what's the difference between the two? Well, when I go off plan on Halloween, I spiral. And if you are also a spiraler, you may also want to consider not going off plan today or tonight or tomorrow when you find that clearance candy at Target, which is something that I tend to find if I go off plan at Halloween. So for me, it would normally start with, oh, I'm taking my kids out and I will just have a piece of candy here. I'll just have their mini. It's okay. And then they're going through their buckets and I'm like, oh, give mom a couple more. And then I would just keep eating the off plan candy. And then I would feel like garbage, hot garbage and not hot like in an attractive way, in like this is horrible and I'm not in a good place kind of way. If you are a spiraler, you may want to completely avoid going off plan. I'm going to tell you my strategy. This is what I do. This is what I have my clients do. Number one, avoid the candy section at the store. You don't need to go there. You don't need to go over there. You don't need to go near it. You don't need to walk by it. Just try to stay away. Number two, try to keep on plan chocolate. You should have some at home. You should have a Lily's chocolate bar in your purse. I keep one in my bag from October through December so that I have something with me at all times that I can eat that's on plan. Right now, actually, I have the Lily's peppermint white chocolate chips in my bag. I just am ready with something on plan. Number three, I always try to do my shopping after I've eaten a meal, especially when there are holiday treats or Halloween treats at the store. It's not good for me to go when I'm not full. So I make sure to do that. I work extra hard to stay hydrated so that I don't confuse thirst for hunger or food cravings. So sometimes our bodies can confuse the two. Sometimes when we're thirsty, we think we're hungry. So if you can stay hydrated, that may help you. I meal plan, and I recommend that you meal plan so that I have fewer opportunities to go off plan. If you're in boot camp with me, you should have your backup meals ready. You should have your car snack bag ready with your printable. You should have all of that ready to be prepared. If you're not in boot camp, though, you can still do those things at home. Have meals, have backup meals that are on plan, have all those quick and easy options ready to go so that you can stay on plan if you're tempted. Number six, please keep a THM dessert in your refrigerator. Or if you know you have a busy season coming up, keep a THM dessert in your freezer. Having something you really look forward to can really help you stay on plan. And along those same lines, get those store-bought treats like Rebel ice cream. That's number seven. I have Rebel ice cream triple chocolate in my freezer right now so that when everyone else is bringing Halloween candy home, I'm going to have that tonight as my treat that's on plan that I know I will enjoy. It's delicious, and that way I'm not going to be as tempted. That doesn't mean all the cravings go away. It just means I'm not going to be as tempted. I keep off plan foods away from me. I ask my family members, my kids, to keep their Halloween candy out of sight. And I don't know on a scale of one to super selfish how selfish this is, but I ask my kids to eat my favorite stuff first so that I'm not as tempted by it because it's gone. So I know I'm not going to name specifics in case it triggers anybody else, but I have like two favorite Halloween candies that if I see them, I kind of want them. I haven't gone off plan at Halloween for probably 3 or 4 years now, but before that, I would always ask the kids, hey, can you eat these particular things first so that I don't get them? This isn't on the list of 10 things, 10 ways to avoid Halloween candy, but with my kids, I don't like them having that much sugar. So we often will donate our candy. We've donated it to fire stations in the past so that they can enjoy it. Or we give it to neighbor kids who maybe didn't get a lot at Halloween. That way there's just not tons and tons and they just keep their favorites and then they're not just eating things that they don't like just to eat them. But it can help to get your very favorites out or have them eaten before you're seeing them all the time. Number nine, be careful to eat every 3 to 4 hours and have protein with each meal. If you're in boot camp with me, man, you already know this and we've been working on this, but making sure that you eat on your schedule is almost guaranteed to help you feel less tempted. If you are getting hungry, remember, I look at food journals for hours every day and I can see the patterns of I missed my snack, I went off plan. I missed my meal, I went off plan. I didn't have protein, I went off plan. I see it every single day. When you stick to your meal spacing, the way that THM recommends, the way that we cover in depth in boot camp, and if you are getting your protein and feeling fuller, feeling stronger, it will be easier to stay on plan. So make sure that you're doing that. If you're not doing that now, set a timer for your meals if you need to. Make sure you have your protein with every meal and snack like THM recommends. That can be very helpful. That's number 9. Number 10, this is for urgent situations only. We were just talking, we just had our live sessions in boot camp, and I was explaining that if we want to lose weight, we need to eat for weight loss, right? And something that is not eating for weight loss is having crossovers. We don't want to have crossovers often. If we're in weight loss mode, there is a time and place for them, but it's not, especially if you have stubborn weight. Crossovers are not necessarily going to help you break through your stubborn weight loss stall. They're not necessarily designed to be slimming. But if you are super tempted, have a crossover. If you feel like you're just not going to make it and you're going to have sugar, have that crossover instead. It is better than going off plan. I don't want to see anybody doing it too often, but it is something that can help in a pinch. So my go-to example for my favorite, or I guess clearest example of when a crossover is appropriate, is let's say you go to a potluck and there's all kinds of food at the potluck and a huge dessert table. And you can have a burger with no bun, and then you can have a sweet potato with butter, and you've got your stevia in your purse. Well, that's an excellent on-plan meal. It's a crossover, but having that may prevent you from going to the dessert table and eating all of the pies. Now, there are lots of strategies. Again, if you've been through boot camp, you know them, for making sure that you have things available to eat and things like that, and what kinds of foods you can bring. But let's say you didn't bring anything with you, you didn't contribute anything, and you just have the burger and the sweet potato. So you do like a burger with no cheese, that's an S, or even with cheese, S. And then you have your sweet potato, and you could put butter and cinnamon and stevia on it. That is a great healthy crossover that will help you feel full and maybe help you feel like you're getting away with something, so that you can stay on plan and avoid the other temptations that are completely off plan. So that's where I feel a crossover is most appropriate. We shouldn't have those situations all the time, but from time to time, they can be very, very helpful. So I am definitely going to be enjoying Rebel ice cream, and I'm going to have that Lily's chocolate if I'm super, super tempted tonight. I hope you figure out what works for you and have some things ready to go. It's not too late to run by the store and get some Rebel ice cream or Lily's chocolate for yourself, or to make a THM dessert that you really look forward to. My go-to for when I feel really, really tempted is THM Twixter bars. I love those. You can find the recipe just by searching online, or just about anything from alldayidreamaboutfood.com. So if I find that I'm having a little bit of a hard time later in the day, I'm going to go and make something really special and amazing for myself. Actually, alldayidreamaboutfood.com is my very favorite for S recipes for helping me avoid temptation. So I hope you all have a wonderful and safe Halloween, and I will be talking to you soon.